Okay, and we have more than enough men to help with that, moving patients, should that ever be a problem if you're understaffed. We have, basically, we can have all of our equipment set up in a very safe, very protected area, so
but it would
all we'd
still
have to
be
move is
your
patients.
area, and that would
Do
be
you
the
have
problem.
any more equipment that we could have?
In terms of medical equipment?
No. Like for my men.
That we can discuss at another time. No, we do have plenty of equipment available for your men, should it be necessary, and that's
Do you
another.
have like security equipment? Like police equipment?
We do. We have plenty of equipment that anything your men might need in situations they might face, we have. And again, also on that same token, it would be a lot easier if the drop-off point were farther out of town.
Well, my issue is that my men don't have a lot of equipment right now. We don't have a lot of money. We don't have a lot of supplies. If we could get those, then that would help with security also.
Okay.
Of moving, and we can't move the clinic.
No, the clinic stays where it is. Would it help with all of the people in this town know the clinic, and they know the people that work in the clinic, they know the reputation, they know that we help out anybody, whoever comes, no matter what, no matter anything. Would it help to have some sort of personnel? I could potentially spare 1 or 2 people to help with it, to supervise this transfer of supplies. Would it help to have people recognizable as people who work at the clinic to transfer this, to prevent an attack? Like me.
We would be able to, because understandably we can't go into the town as far as we would possibly like to bring equipment just because of security reasons.
Right.
So we would be able to fully equip your men to provide better security, moving anything and everything within the clinic. And in terms of people, we would be able to deliver you any and all medical equipment that would be able to help stabilize any patients that would need to be stabilized and or make their trip much more comfortable.
You really want this clinic moved.
Yes, that's we understand, I mean, we're trading a very thin line where we want to help as much as possible, but we understand that we can't.
Since you have all this equipment, why do you need a clinic when you have all this equipment?
That we want to provide help to the people who need it, and we have the equipment necessary for should any of our men ever be hurt or ever need, equipment.
Right.
But we understand when you set up clinics in towns, equipment is not always readily available. It's very tough to move things in and out of the town.
But so why do you care where the clinic is if you have the equipment you need for your soldiers? Like, why do you want it closer to your base?
We want basically
I mean, if it's just to move medical supplies, that doesn't make sense.
Right. We want to, I mean,
you have an answer.
We understand that there has been some recent activity in the area, and the problem with that is we want to make sure everyone is safe, and because...
So if that's your goal, then why aren't you giving my men the equipment they need to make our town safe? Because I have the men, I just don't have the supplies right now.
We understand. We will be more than willing to give you any and all supplies you need to increase security throughout the town. The problem we're trying to avoid is basically collateral damage, because we understand insurgents basically dress according to, basically whatever's worn in the town, so it's very hard to distinguish who is who, and we really want to cut down on any possible injuries to anyone who's not, who's basically not against anyone just in the town, just any regular civilian walking around. And being that the building you're in is not the greatest and the equipment you have is not the greatest either, we want to be able to provide help to you and to anyone who may need it, any of your patients and anything. And we want to make sure that everyone's safe.
Do you have like a building that we don't know about that's like better?
We'll be able to set up full, basically, medical facilities for you
I have a question.
Where?
closer to our base, on the outskirts of the town, so that we'd be
I have
able
a question. Just like, is the clinic a like tent thing or is it a building?
It's a building.
Okay, I'm just asking. Okay, I don't